action. Okay, cool. Go. So rename administrator and disable. Okay, rename is also okay. Rename. So copy / rename administrator and then disable it. Then create a replica DC with second AD integrate DNS and second GC. Check if replication is working by creating new objects. Check sites and services to show if both domain controllers are showing. Also in ADUC. So we need to complete all these points, and I'm going to explain each and every concept while we are going. Hey, everyone's back. Cool. All right. So and then just uninstall the replica DC and make the second server member server again. Member. All right, so that's what we're doing, and everyone can seesaw this, right? See this? Yeah. Integrated. Oops. Spell check. Integrated DNS and second GC. Okay, what GC would be? What's GC? Hey, you saw me writing. Oh, anyway, just kidding. Global catalog server. So we're gonna do all these tasks and discuss the concepts along the way. So there's our DNS server, but before that, oh, okay. You guys are writing this. The smart ones are taking picture. So yeah, we work smart, but others who are writing are also very smart. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean that. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Yeah. When you write, it stays in your mind longer. That's the best idea about writing. Then you take time writing it, so you're actually reading and writing, which means it's going to stay in your mind longer, and that works always, definitely. When you take picture, which is quicker way, but maybe you will read it ever again, or maybe you will not.
It is recorded now.
It is recorded in the camera, so the camera gets all the knowledge. Unless you read it too, which is the main purpose. But when you read and write and you take that time, at least all the tasks remain longer. Okay. So I need to go to the other picture. I mean, other slide. Now I'm waiting. Notepad.cc. And CC, you mean? .cc. Which means exactly that. Put it on Notepad and. Oh, there's a website called notepad.cc. Go there and check. Right away it gets updated. Yeah, so the second benefit of the camera is, but there's also one more thing. If anyone takes a picture of that and shares it on the group, Google group, everyone will get that picture like this. And if you have WhatsApp, if you're all added on WhatsApp, you can just share there. But in the Google group, anyone who is fast can just send forward to Google group. Okay, everyone has a picture.
.cc is fast.
Okay, .cc is even faster. What's that? Oh, okay.
You can just copy paste.
So I'm just going to .cc, notepad.cc, enter, and oh wow. So everyone, please, can you all go to notepad.cc, and whatever I write, can you confirm if you can see that? So I'm just gonna copy paste that quickly there. There's another one. Oh, okay. But this is I just opened notepad.cc, but you will have your separate sessions, right? So I need to just add here.
No, just delete and put some.
Okay. So I'll open.
Day 2, you can put day 2.
Yeah. Day 3. But you had to follow the DU one. Yeah. So that they don't want that. This notepad is password protected. Day 3, somebody already has, right?
Yeah.
So Humber day 3 or Humber 3. Hunger Games. No, Humber Games. No, Humber 3. All right. Now this is easier. So I'm just pasting everything there now. And when you go to notepad.cc/humber3 HUMBER3, you could also see the same thing, right? But you won't be able to see from there. And so I'll just copy paste quickly and go back to my bigger screen, or I can put the fonts there bigger as well. Instead, let's just rely on it's there. The data is there, and the rest of the data which I'm going to write, I'm just going to paste it there. Here we're seeing this, and we're gonna do a done task for every task we do. So in front of every task, I'm gonna start putting done as we do it. But before that, let me know who's present and who is not present mentally. So Albors, Amari, okay. Ali Hassanpur, all right, and Ali Raza, all right. Chandra Paul, all right. Fasi, okay. And Fasi again. Oh, okay, sorry. Claro,
Here.
okay. And Helena, oh, okay. Jamshed,
Yes.
okay. Lu Lee, all right. And Salman Syed. Okay. Oh, there was a question mark. Salman Syed. No. Nashat Mina. Okay. So yeah, there's a question mark here. So I'm just gonna remove Salman Syed. There is no Salman Syed in your class, right? In other classes even, Salman Syed. You don't list here. Oh, Vishal Sharma. Vishal Sharma is also not there. All right, remove. N. Ah. Okay, Vishal. You. Okay. 0. So ending. All right. And this is a question mark for Ravindra. There's no Ravindra, right? Yeah, there's a question mark already there. So Muhammad Rahman. Muhammad Rahman? Oh, okay. Hey, who's Russell?
Same guy.
That's your email. Okay. What's the full email? Russell. Shahid Russell. Yeah, that was the thing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking, hey, who's this new guy? I mean, we selected you. But thank you for your very good efforts. Thank you for that. And everyone, so what about the exams? Everyone, many of you have already registered even. That was quick.
We are giving a shot by end of this month, and
get a free second shot.
You get $10 from me.
Huh? Oh, you me? Oh, him. Oh, whoever that is. Yeah, sure.
That's fine.
Okay.
We have 1 month. 1 month
Yeah,
is enough.
even if you register on 30th or 31st, you still have 1 month, but not on the first or second month, right? Other month. But even if you register on 31st,
By 31st, you have to take the exam.
by 31st, no, even if you register on 31st, you still have 1 month to have a free second shot. I mean, as long as you register before the end.
No, you have to take the exam by 31st.
Are you sure about that? Because in another academy, he's asked other guys. He said,
20%.
"Oh, you're 20%." So I'm gonna just beat up that other guy. Yeah.
We can, 2000%.
So you asked, all of you guys asked that you have to give the exam before that.
You take your first shot by 31st of May. After that, if you fail,
Okay.
if someone fails,
Then within 1 month you can give it.
you have to take it within 30 days.
Oh, okay. So you have to take your first shot after that. That's what he
First shot,
should have meant. Yeah, and I took it wrong.
you have to take your initial exam by 31st.
Okay. Then free second shot is valid even after that. Okay, guys. So you all heard that. Who has registered already? Please raise your hand. Okay, one guy only, and all other are shy. Cool. 2 guys. I think there were more.
I will get it.
Okay, good. So please register.
For all 5.
Yeah, you should give it one shot for. Just go and close your eyes and give the first shot and fail. It's okay. No, it's not okay. But anyway, you have the papers now.
No, I mean 1 month.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good.
It's a 5-month project.
Okay. Yeah, the sooner the better. Otherwise, this is also a good plan. Definitely. Okay, that's good. So we'll follow up with the exams. Who has started doing and giving the exam, right? Okay. Muhammad Rahman is okay. Present. Majid. All right. And Muhammad Javed. Okay. Okay. Who's? Oh. So Syed this guy is not here, right? Humayu? Anyone Humayu? No. Hua Wang? No. Okay, 3 out. Malik? All right. So Muhammad Al-Mashdali. Okay. Edward Matthew. But he is in the class. Okay, thank you for updating that. Today I should not actually remove the guys. Mustafa Ibrahim. Okay. Ajay Verma. But he's in the Windows class as well? Okay. So 0. Yeah. Sorry, who along? Sumit. Oh, okay. The next one, actually. I did not take your name, right? No, not this. Don't see this list. Oh, this was just confusing. No, it's not this. It's this list. The first one. I'm just comparing with another list. So Ajay. Who's Ajay? Ajay, anyone knows? Ajay Verma?
It's confusing. You have to list.
No, it's so don't consider it on the second one. It's for me. It was given by administration, and I was still comparing. Anyone knows Ajay? Today is absent, or it's a good lunch and he's not still back. Yeah. Okay, maybe he's coming. So question mark. Dongmin Kim. Okay, no. So no one knows. So this means the guy is out, right? I mean, he's not in our class. Uthaya Shankar. All right. So number. Hey, you were present in the previous class as well. Previous all classes. All right. Why don't I put the? Okay. Shoaib Naeem. All right. Previous and this. Okay, they are similar. Sumit.
Yes.
Oh,
There's a question in the list.
yeah. Oh no, that's the certifications?
Oh, yeah, that will remain as a question.
Oh, and you intend to keep it like that, huh? That's wrong. Damanpreet. All right. Present in all. Hey, this is a new list. Muhammad Al Fadil. Muhammad Al Fadil. It's not in. He's not in this class. No, he's not in this class, right? Nobody knows. All right. So, Bilal. All right. Hey, where are the other presents? Anyway, Muhammad Salim. All right. Okay, guys, let's get back to business. So one of you sent your certifications to me. One of you sent your certification list to me, which is good. So, I mean, you could raise your hand who sent the list. It's okay. I don't have a. I mean, you will not. Oh, it's me. I don't have. Why? That was a long list, man. I mean, really, I'm not joking. I mean, like certification list that I have done these certifications. Oh, yeah. So that's way to go. So I'm just going to update this list. Presents next time, certifications with the presents, and I need to know who went ahead after these certifications, or no certifications to at least one certification, right, during the course. But many of the cohort went for 3 certifications during the course. MCSA at least. Then they kept on. Now I'm still in touch with them. So VCP, CCNA, they are doing that. One by one, they are showing that. So keep up the good work and keep up the momentum. I'm going to be following up with you guys for your own good. Just try to prepare with those files you got, right? Okay, so let's start with this machine. So we have domain controller up. So I'm going to start asking questions as well from the last time. If you have written your notes, this is a good time to put it in front of you, and let's check the quality of your notes. If you've been writing with all the things I've been writing on the board. Yeah, you were saying something?
For a second, would you suggest us the exam, all of the examples?
For 2012, all the exams you should give is, I will put the suggestion here, or not here, what exams you should give. So MCSA, oops, okay, the font, I need to put that. This is the exams which are very critical. So go for MCSA 2012 certification for R2, of course, and that's only available. And this includes 70-410. This is the code of the exam, and 7411 and 70-412. These are the 3 exams you must give to become MCSA or Certified Systems Administrator. This is the minimum requirement for, I mean, at least if you have this, you're accepted in the market as, okay, you know Microsoft. But you can go for the second thing, which is the MCSE 2012, which is all these exams, the above one. If you have done those, then 413 and 70-414. If you do these 2 exams, then you're the enterprise, you're the expert, not the administrator. So total 5 exams and you become expert. Some of the previous cohort are going for this. Some have done that, all 5 already. Then CCNA, a must. So without CCNA, don't even think of going in the market. It's then up to you. Voice you take, security you take, routing and switching you take. So VoIP. Yeah. Routing and switch. Okay, RNS. But you know, VoIP is also in the market. So if you're a Windows admin, if you're a system administrator, every company has VoIP network, voice over IP, right? So your Ethernet network has Cisco phones. You call, on your Ethernet network. So every network has Cisco UCS or voice, which has the conferencing and everything. So if you go for voice, that is very hard in the market. But anyway, you could ask the CCNA Cisco instructor. Yeah, Microsoft has Link from Microsoft side. That's Exchange server. Then you go do the Link as well. But Cisco side, because there are VoIP phones, right? So companies always have phones. Although you can do from software as well. So everyone's going for Cisco VoIP. I've seen most the new job openings. They are asking for MCSA. From Microsoft, MCSA is good enough. But if you want to go MCSE, that's also good. Yep. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you should ask your Cisco administrator instructor as well. I've seen in job market, at least if you're done and if you're touched Cisco anyway, CCNA VoIP would be very good. But I'm a Microsoft side system administrator, right? So you should be going for asking the instructor of Cisco that, hey, what's hot in the market? He'll start, that's but minimum. I've seen from Cisco side, yeah, you should know switches and routers. So RNS, but you should also know voice, because system administrators who have not touched Cisco that much still need to know at least the voice over IP, because the VoIP network is everywhere, right? So this is just a market input. And then very important thing, so CCNA exam code, and then in VMware you have VCP. So you need to have, did anyone confirm from VMware instructor that this is a Microsoft Partner Academy or not? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, then this training might be included or accepted as the training. After that, you can officially, when you give the exam VCP, you can give the exam even without training. It's not just going to be official. VMware itself will not have your record on the website. You will just have your site certificate. Hey, I'm VCP. But if you go through the training or Partner Academy, then VMware will accept that. And if it is not Partner Academy, if you discover that, then let me know.
It's not.
There is always a way. So, hey, I'm coming from the market where there are academies. I'm teaching in academies, and there are also legit ways. I mean, I'm not saying like, hey, there's a stamp, go, it's your that's $2,000. No, it's not like that. There are many ways you can go cheaper, because maybe the training would be $3,000. If it's not here, then outside the training would be expensive. So there are websites in US, companies in US, institutes in US, which are even doing it in $700. There are academies here who are offering the same training course of $3,000 in $700, and they are partner academies, and they have the right. VMware gave them this privilege that you can offer in lesser amount as well. So as a group, we can search for that, but you must be VCP as well. It's a must. Virtualization is, everyone's going blind with virtualization, so you must know virtualization in depth, right? So in VMware, if you are going for VCP, then there's also, this is for your knowledge, it's not taught here, Citrix, which is application virtualization. Okay, application virtualization, I made it. Okay, so that's also Zen desktop, and which is very much in demand. Yeah. Yeah, but they also, when they ask for, hey, are you VMware expert? Oh, are you also Citrix expert? So both environments are side by side. They are both virtualization, but Citrix is more on application virtualization. VMware is infrastructure virtualization, the whole thing. VMware has the same solutions as well as Citrix, but Citrix is much more advanced in application virtualization, and in the market Citrix is also hot. So wherever you see job opportunities, also always try to see job opportunities by going to indeed.com and monster.ca. those sites are relevant to today's job openings. Indeed.ca, master.ca. Maybe most of you know that, but if not, then this is the site. Most relevant I found is Indeed.ca. Yeah, yeah, and recruiter would see your logos. Tuck, tuck, tuck. CCNA, MCSA, the best. Oh, it's not CA, it's .com actually. Yeah, Indeed.com, and then Monster.ca is very effective. Monster.ca. Then there are many actually, and I'll send you the link on my forum as well. IT professional courses. There are huge list of the top ones are all relevant. Monster.ca is most relevant, which I regularly go there just to check. Also, the certification for if you have at least Red Hat experience. Red Hat, I think 7 is there. The latest one, Red Hat. So it's a Unix-based infrastructure. Yeah. So if Unix is always required by system administrator, when they say system administrator, or do you have Unix experience? But do you have Linux, Unix network side experience, right? Can you install a Unix server, and can you install a Linux or Unix client and connect, and can you install applications over the Unix? So go for Red Hat, just like we are installing a domain and then clients. Red Hat Unix side also has domain, its own network and client side. So you should ask for the resources at least from the Unix instructor. And then what else are you? So you're doing for going for VMware, Microsoft, Unix. ITIL is a must, and you can prepare it like this, but the knowledge is the main thing. In ITIL, it's the process management process, change management. How do you do that? So ITIL V3, go for this certification. At least, while you're doing the reading, just go for the certification ASAP, right? Very few questions there, but it's compulsory nowadays. So mainly these certifications. What else are you doing here? So you are doing Unix, you have VMware, you have Microsoft, you have Cisco. Exchange. So then it's Microsoft technologies. In Microsoft, then we have Exchange. You're doing 2013, but right now it's 2010/2013. So 2013, that's good. SCCM is a very big requirement nowadays. So I can SCCM 2012, System Center Configuration Manager. So I'll just put it there. R2 System. It's not systems. System Center Configuration Manager. You can deploy all types of OS applications and everything. It's all about deployment and making changes across thousands of machines from one machine. So Exchange Server, ITIL, these would be this would be the list that you should be following, and at least you should be from Microsoft side, MCSA, VMware, definitely. Microsoft also has Hyper-V, which is a virtualization solution. We're going to do Hyper-V in this course as well. So we're going to try to cover that too. That's it. So I'll send you, this is already, there's recording going on. So whatever you're seeing here is being recorded already. So other than that, I'll send you the copy of that. Does it go on that? Okay, on Notepad CC, all those certifications are there.
There are some specialist trainings that are in the Microsoft website. Why they are called specialists?
Specialists. So you could give some example.
Like
So
like
yeah, they all require MCSA to be done first, and then just like in enterprise you can do 413, 414. Exchange also you can do and become a specialist if you are done with the 3 basic certifications. After these 3 basic certifications, you could be a database administrator, you could be exchange administrator, you could be enterprise administrator. But first, MCSA 2012 3 certifications need to be done. It's a must, right? No, you can just this. If you read on the page, it says that after that, go for that. If you're just going directly without even doing the basics of 2012, you're doing that paper would be, you know, like you're installing some technology on 2012, but you didn't do the papers of 2012.
Yeah.
So you're just saying that you do know that. So always go for, at least during this course, give 3 exams: 7410, 411, 412. Many of the previous cohort have already done that. Now they're going for the, you know, other ones. So 7410, at least everyone should get registered and start the download the. You already have the file. Go through the questions. At least go through the questions. Start going through the questions, right? Anyway. There's no time limit. First exam you can take now. Second exam after 10 years. It's okay. No, that's too long. Yeah. So yeah, there's no time limit, and there's no sequence as well. Yeah. So you can download the logo of MCSA. If you've done 3 exams, Microsoft will write their MCSA for your name in your MCP when you log into your MCP credentials. And then you can download the logo of MCSA as well from Microsoft site for you with your name, yeah, in your resume, yeah. Well, that will be just a common logo for the resume, but you can download the certificate from there. Okay, guys, so let's start the work. And please, those who did not submit the screenshots, do that at your earliest for the previous labs, because now there's a lot of other work going on, and you're piling up the previous lab screenshots remaining, and this week these screenshots. There's also a lot of work. So first thing, everyone is on domain controller. Yes? No? Maybe? Okay. Yes. Yay. Oh, okay. Let me just quit Skype. Domain controller, which is Hump Server 01. Why am I calling it a domain controller? Because it has Active Directory. Idle directory or active directory? Active. Okay, it's active. The directory is active, right? Active Directory does 3 things. What those 3 things Active Directory do? AAA battery. Always remember that battery, you know, from Duracell or any other company. AAA battery, small cell, right? Okay. So it's AAA. Authentication, authorization, auditing. Okay. Auditing / accounting, actually, but mostly, you know, you could just get away with auditing as well. Okay, so global catalog server does what? No, your notes, please. Did you write that?
Basic information for all the objects.
Okay, please raise your hand. Okay, I didn't get anyone, but that was a nice effort, but everyone was talking. So raise your hand, please. Anyone? Yeah. Okay, again. So log on, it helps in log on, and forest wide search. An example of forest wide search. So you can search anything across the forest if you have many branches, even when you search, and global catalog will help you search across many domains across the branches, child domains there. Okay, DNS has 2 zones. Okay, we didn't do that. Anyway, yeah, what 2 zones? Forward and reverse lookup zones. So forward gear and reverse gear. No, not gear. Zones. Anyway, let's start with DNS. We already have done what? Install, had 2 clones, and gave the IP, renamed it, turn off the firewall, turn on remote desktop, and then we installed Active Directory and DNS together. So DNS is a part of Active Directory. It's a single role. Active Directory and DNS is a single role. And oh, okay. Who said no? Who said no? Okay. Yes, you're right. I was saying it deliberately incorrect. So maybe somebody would point me out. And so Active Directory and DNS are two separate independent roles, right? But Active Directory heavily depends on DNS. True or false? Active Directory heavily depends on DNS. Okay, we installed Active Directory. We installed DNS. Yeah, that's also true. So DNS. Let's go to DNS. If you're seeing on the screen, tools. We can go from tools and DNS here, or we can go from left side DNS and right click here, and we can also look at the DNS manager here. If we go from here, I'm going from tools and DNS. Tools will have all your critical connections to, open all the main services you have installed. So let's go to tools and DNS. Everyone has opened the DNS window? Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply. There is DNS console here, and we are seeing forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. When you double click forward lookup zone, everyone please double click forward lookup zone. So we have created, there is created by the domain name, there is a zone created for our domain name. What is a zone? Anyone knows? There's a forward lookup zone, there's a reverse lookup zone. What's zone? Huh? So I'll start typing here. Today I'm a typing guy today. So I'm just going to create another page here, notes. Then I'll copy that because yeah. So if you have those notes there, yeah, whenever in future I ask you, at least you should have those notes in front of you. If you're not writing, I'll copy that in the notepad. So forward lookup zone. Forward lookup zone does what? It resolves host names to IP addresses. What does that mean? So you have a name, and yeah, and reverse lookup zone does the opposite. So it does. So it resolves IP address to host name. Is that correct? So what's the example for that? Yeah, so if you want, so reverse lookup means you yeah, so that's why we remember names. Okay, cool. So if I go for an example here, we can ping -a and IP 192.168.0.1. This is the IP of our server, right? Or we can give an example, ping and the name of the server, which in our case is, in my case, it's server, I think it's hum server or server 1, server 01 dot my domain dot local. So I can ping from this name. So can you all please do that? Okay, I'll just put it in the video as well. Um, so there are two examples here, very simple examples. I'll just go inside and first ping my server by name, then I'll ping the IP address to know the name of my server. Reverse lookup zone, if you have an IP address, it should reply you with a name for that against that IP address, right? So if we ping IP address, it should not just come back with, oh, this is the IP address, yes, it's on. No, we want to know the name of the against the IP address, right? So there's a difference. If I go to my domain controller, and actually I'll just try this with my second server. So I have server 1, server 2. In my case, it's server 01, server 02 are the names. So I'm going to open the command prompt, and for that I will go to run, or in Windows 2012, if I put my full screen picture here, oh, it did not expand the screen like this. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to search. This is the painful way of going for this. So go and hover to the right side, and then this slider comes on and there's a search. So if I go again and hover to the right bottom, the slider search will come. Everyone knows that, right? Okay, now you know. Okay, at least. So search, and then we're searching for what? CMD, command prompt. We need to put some commands there, right? So if we put CMD, it opens, it searches and gets us this command prompt. We can open that. After that, we do not want to search it like that again. So everyone did this? Yes. Okay, thank you for your reply. Nobody replied actually. So yeah, everyone, if you're there already and I don't want to search like this again, what do? Okay, first turn off all your screens and then turn it. Oh, whoa, okay, what happened? This El Projectoro is okay. Yeah, so what do? So yes, I'm going to this. Look at the bottom, the arrow, right click and pin this program to the taskbar. So never again I have to search that, so, right? So I'll just pin it there and close it, and now it's there. So I'll just open from the taskbar now. So right click and pin the icon, right? Pin this. Okay, now what I'm doing is ping my second server, which is server 02.
The screen is
Again?
Zoom.
Oh, what's going on here? I did. Oh, even the Zoom is. I deliberately took it off. Hello, testing 1 2 3. Oh, you're kidding me. Anyone who's black belt, karate kickback? No, okay. So, or throw something. Yeah, one of the latest laptops would do just fine. Oh, it's back, right? At least the whole screen. No. Yeah, just. Fit guess now. No, the previous one was. Yeah, I can just resize because it was showing the screen correct before. Okay, this is the screen, cool, right? Because the whole Zoom is gone, so I have to put all the applications there, and I hope there was a. So in the break, I'll just go there, and right now I have to drag everything to the rest of the screen and do that. Zooming is, maybe there is some option here. If I shut down and we go home, maybe it fixes itself. I'm just kidding. Yep. Okay. No. Okay. Anyway, you can see this, and let's not waste more time. Ping server 2 is giving me the FQDN. What is FQDN? Fully qualified domain name. FQDN. Fully qualified domain name means what? The name of your computer and the name of your domain, right? If I ping this, okay, now I'm pinging the IP. What is the IP against my server? Server 2. And your IP for your server 2 is 192.168.0.2. So if I ping space 192.168.0.2 and press enter, it's just giving me IP against IP. It's not giving me the name, right? So I want to know the name. Suppose I don't know the name of this against this IP. So with ping, there's a command -a, which would give me the name against this IP. So if I just ping IP, it's just giving me reply that it's on. No, I want to know the name as well, right? So if I ping space -a space 192.168.0.2 and if the DNS is correct, it's going to give me that IP. If DNS is not correct, it's not going to. Or if its IP is correctly registered in DNS server 2, yeah, it is. So it gave me the name against this IP. If you do ping space -a space 02, for the guys in the last, are you able to, for everyone in the last, are you able to see this? Okay, so in the last cohort, one student gave a very brilliant idea of using the magnifying glass. So those in the front, they were like, oh, that's a big screen. And in the back, they were like, yeah, good, okay. So see this and let me know if you are comfortable or not. So if I go for magnify.
There is a binocular goggles you can buy from
God, man.
to watch the birds.
To watch the birds?
Yeah, it costs I think $15.
That's another good idea.
You know,
So okay, if so the upper screen will show everything. If I show it like this now, the main screen, so this is the IP I was talking about, ping -a 192.168.0.2. Are you able to see that in the end? This is mucho greto idea, right? So ping -a 192.168, that's what I'm doing. This gives me the server name. So this is the reverse lookup zone. Example for a reverse lookup zone, against an IP you get a server name, right? Now let's go, I'm going to the mydomain.local, which is in your DNS server. So below screen just show you where I am, and above screen shows you exactly where my cursor is, right? Oh, then check your firewall and check your network setting. Is it on bridge? Is it on host only? Are both of them? They should both be either both on NAT or both on host only. Same. It should be same for the network card settings in the.
Restart the machine again?
No. So look at this. Check your machine here. Right click the machine white area. If we right click and go to properties, is this network adapter setting, whatever is on the first machine, is it the same on the second machine as well, in the same place? So in my case it is VMnet 12. So I'll go cancel out and go to the second machine and right click and go to the settings of the second machine as well. And for me it's VMnet 12 both. For you, if you put host only, both should be host only, or NAT, both should be NAT, or whatever you put there, both should be the same, right? Make sure this is the first thing. Second thing, go for the firewall and make sure your firewall is off. So how to do that? If I go to the first server and I go to my best friend called server manager, this suitcase and the server, and then I go to the local server and I can check from here if firewall is off. It says off, still click it. Sometimes, see, it's on. If it's green, because we installed domain, it enables the firewall just for the domain profile, right? So even if it's yeah, turn that off as well and then try again. So I'm going to go to turn Windows Firewall on or off again, and turn off the domain firewall as well. Right, press OK, and there you go. So this is a new service that was added. Domain Active Directory was not installed before, and we turned off the firewall for those services which were already there. Now domain service was introduced, so firewall was on for that. Yeah. So it's the one-time thing. Whenever you install a new domain, it always turn on the firewall just for that domain.
For server 2, it's off, but for server 1, it's domain on. So shall I
Turn off that. Yeah.
But it's still working.
If it's working, it's okay, because when you
ping the other machine,
from server 1 you can ping.
Server 2 can ping server 1, but on server 1, the 81, it's on.
Okay, if it works, okay. Whenever you want to troubleshoot, then make sure they're off.
It should be switched off.
Yep. Okay, in our lab only. So I have checked what is forward lookup zone, what is reverse lookup zone, right? What we need to do is there's one command called nslookup, and that from that command we know that where is our DNS server, which server is our DNS server. nslookup, right? How do I know? I'm going to the command prompt again. Here's the command prompt. The guys in the back can concentrate on the top screen, right? Let me know if I'm going fast so I can go faster. No, I'll slow down. Yeah. So okay, so what we're about to do is like this, I should say like this, is just another lab. That's it. So I would type here nslookup, nslookup. So nslookup does what? Ns means name server, lookup means go search for this. So tell me what does this command means. Tell me where is my DNS server. In your, suppose there's a 10,000 machine network and you have DNS server. So on any machine, any domain joined Windows machine in the network, you could just put this nslookup command and it should give the same result always. Your DNS server should be 1 or 2. First DNS server IP we already put on preferred DNS server in network settings. Second DNS server we could put in. So let me show you already, although we know that. So if I go to Ethernet settings, already we have the information of first DNS server. So if I go to properties and IPv4, our first DNS server setting is there, preferred DNS, which is actually, we need to change that too. And if we had a second DNS server, its IP would be written in the alternate DNS server, right? For now we have one, so we will just have one first DNS server, and I'm going to come back to this 127.
So it shows that
Cancel.
This is the host machine. 127 shows that it will come back to the same machine.
Loop back IP. This means that
Like
so
that server.
yeah. So I'm coming to that. Actually, we saw that already. No, there's another reason for that. Why it is showing 127 in preferred DNS. It should be showing what we put there. What IP did we put there? Do you remember? The IP of this machine 01, which was 192.168.0.1. Why did it turn back to 127? There's a reason for that. Yeah, it's IP for localhost, or it's IP. It means that this machine or local machine. But why did it change when we put it to 192.168.0.1? Why did it change back to this? So first of all, I'm going to go on that. I was just showing the place there. Let's come back to command prompt. Everyone on nslookup? Everyone has typed nslookup? Okay, press enter. What do you see? You should be seeing this result if your v6 is disabled. No, did you put it on? So run this command on domain controller. Is it on domain controller? Oh, Okay. Oh, okay. So it's a one word, NS lookup, right? In my case, it's saying localhost, and it. I think everyone is seeing this IP, 127.
192.
You're seeing 192 because you changed the IP again in preferred DNS. Guys, are you all on domain controller? You must be on domain controller to run this command. Well, it's not necessary, but okay. If you still give 192, this means you follow the whole video and you're done. Yeah. So now we're discussing the reason. If you see this, yeah, unknown. Unknown is also okay, which is not okay, but right now it's expected result. But we're going to check. Correct this, and there's a theory and concept behind that, right? Right now it's saying, hey, I am the DNS server. What are you asking me? I am the DNS server. So yes, we know this guy is correct. It is the DNS server, right? But we need proper information to be shown. So we need the proper FQDN to be shown in default server name, and we need the correct IP to be shown in the address. So what are we expecting here? Again, instead of unknown or localhost, we are expecting FQDN, fully qualified domain name, which means we are expecting server01.mydomain.local. We're gonna do those corrections now with a couple of commands. So it is recorded. Is it recording? Oh, thank God. Okay. Sorry. We do not need a loopback. Although one more point here, even if we don't touch this setting, we don't change anything here, your Windows name resolution is working fine. If you don't touch anything, or if you don't do next 6 or 7 steps we're about to do, it's working fine. Your name resolution is okay. But we need to properly show it to us. When we put NS lookup, proper FQDN should be showing, proper IP should be showing, right? So on the domain controller, I'm saying. So in order to correct the IP address, where do we go? To IPv4 settings, right? Yeah. On the preferred DNS, where it was 127, just change it back to the correct IP, which was the IP of this machine, because our DNS role is installed here on this machine. So let's go to preferred DNS server and correct our IP from 127, remove that, and put 192.168.0.1 again, and then run NS lookup again. At least the IP should be showing correct now. So I'm going to go to local server here, go to the Ethernet connection here, and then Ethernet 0 here, double click that, properties, everyone knows where to go to change IP settings, right? There's a command, there's a long command, and there are many possibility of mistakes, but yeah, and there are PowerShell commands as well, many possibility of mistake there too, but we can do it, yeah. So properties, v4, just like we gave the first time, right? 127 is there. Why does it happen? Because when you install Active Directory and DNS the first time, okay, the only time, then it restarts. When it's restarting, it's looking for a DNS server. Okay, DNS server, where is? Oh, I am the DNS server. Okay, so in preferred DNS, it says, oh, it's me. Okay, so me means 127.0.0.1. So it just points to itself. I am the DNS server because the DNS role is installed here on this server. So we're going to just change it back to proper information, which is 192.168.0.1. 0.1. I just did that. It's just going to show me on the domain controller that it's 190. That's the correct IP for DNS, but it does it once only. That it changes it preferred DNS when it's installing the DNS role for the first time, and after that, when we change, it never touches that again, right? Yep.
So on the production environment, what happens if you don't change that?
So on a production environment, I have seen some of the production environments where there are, they never touched it, and Microsoft environment is working fine. So if you don't touch it, but we're just properly wanting to show that on the domain controller, right? Right now, okay, we did not. Okay, let me show you one more thing. So everyone has changed this. press OK, press OK, you know, press whatever was open, and close the network settings. I'll go back to my command prompt. At least my IP should not be showing for NS lookup or look for the DNS server. It should not be showing 127 now, right? So if I go back to that, do you notice that when we type NS lookup, this bracket comes? So control C out of that, control C or control Z. When you control C, you get that, you know, C users backslash where we can start giving commands again. So in bracket, this means that there are many NS lookup sub commands or switches that you can use inside NS lookup. It's an interactive mode now. So we need to come out of the interactive mode of NS lookup. So we are out. Everyone's out? Okay. So up arrow, instead of typing the NS lookup again, if I type up arrow, NS lookup, enter again, now at least my IP is correct, right? Name has to be corrected. So we will be configuring, we have configured already forward lookup zone, not we. In DNS there are two zones, we just saw that. Forward lookup zone, reverse lookup zone. A zone is an area where you can configure DNS settings for that particular domain. In our case, our domain name is cnn.com. Okay, we are here, we are all here. Okay, mydomain.local, right? So this zone created, so I'm just going to go back to the DNS. DNS is already open there. So I'm going to go back to the DNS. This is a zone for this mydomain.local. This means we can configure DNS settings related to this zone, right? Forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Forward lookup zone is configured by Active Directory for us, because when we were installing Active Directory, we kept that check mark, yes, install DNS server with it, right? So reverse lookup zone, if I double click, let's double click that, and it's not configured. Again, forward lookup zone is configured, so Windows, purely Windows environment will work perfectly if we don't touch anything. It's working fine. Forward lookup zone is okay if it's Windows environment. Reverse lookup zone, we need to configure it if we have Windows and non-Windows environment, like Linux networks, Linux computers and servers, right? Or any other non-Windows environment or network resources that needs to reach Windows network as well, or collaborate or share files with each other and work together with Windows environment. So we need a reverse lookup zone for them. And in every medium to large size environment, you will find Unix environment. And so reverse lookup zone is always configured, yeah. Also for Exchange server, yeah.
We have a reverse proxy server. Do we need now reverse lookup zone?
Reverse lookup zone itself, even if you install while you have just Windows environment, still it's okay, because we always have routers and switches. Although you may not be connecting by name, but still sometimes there's reverse lookup required for certain devices. So if you have reverse proxy,
Because if you have an exchange, you will have a reverse proxy. No?
yeah, I knew that you're going to Exchange actually. Because that's why I said for Exchange as well, and you went to Exchange, because last cohort when I was exactly saying this point, they all said, yeah, it is required. I said, hey, this is coming from Exchange class, right? So they said, yes, how do you know? Oh, okay, anyway, yes, reverse proxy is what? You're right, is what? I mean, that's my question now. Yeah.
Because for like OVA or any URL, because we just type OVA, but it doesn't result, it should result to the
Yeah.
IP address
No, but where do you configure reverse proxy?
on the front end server. I mean, there that was
In the local DNS server,
Oh,
right? And the ISP DNS as well. It's all still DNS, but it's called reverse proxy, or you have to look up the IP against this name to make sure that it is a legitimate source from where the emails are coming, right? So it's still a DNS setting.
but
in 2013 it could be different. Okay, so still, why we are configuring reverse lookup zone? In order for the non-Windows network resources to access, collaborate, or access actually the Windows network resources. And it's always the case that you have nowadays, because it's open source, Linux and Unix, Mac. Mac is also there, but companies are going for cheaper solutions as well. Okay, reverse lookup zone, let's configure that. Our Windows environment will work fine without that. So having that knowledge in mind, let's go and configure reverse lookup zone. How do we do that? Double click first. First double click and then right click. New zone. Everyone there? There's an icon. This icon? On top of that. This? Yeah. It does what? New zone. Okay, Ray. So new zone, if you double click that, you can go here as well, or you can right click the new zone itself. Both ways. Thank you. That's also, two options you have. New zone. So no, that was good information. New zone. Yeah. Yeah, so reverse lookup zone, if they want to access any network resource in Windows, so non-Microsoft resources, then if they just have the IP, they could just ping -A with that IP from routers and switches. Cisco administrators, they may discover resources, and some resources come up with just an IP address. So if they want to know their name, so if on the Windows side we have reverse lookup zone configured already, they would get the name against all those IP addresses if they are Windows resources. Sometimes when you do a network discovery, you come up with an IP, but you don't get more information more than IP. So in those cases, reverse lookup zone is configured for those devices which are non-Microsoft and want to access Microsoft resources by name and don't know the name.
What about the Linux?
Yeah, Linux environment as well. They have their own. So anyone knows what's the DNS server called in Linux? DNS. Okay. Yeah. No, did you raise hand or yawn? Okay. Bind. Exactly. So still, from non-Microsoft network resources, if you want to have communication, reverse lookup zone is the best choice. Even if you don't have it, still configure it, because you will need it at any time when you have. This is a very common scenario that you have just an IP and you need to know the name beside it, right? So it's a common scenario, even if you don't have non-Microsoft resources. So here it is. Everyone on this welcome screen, you're ahead, right? God, man. Okay, next. So there's a primary zone, secondary zone, stub zone, and the last option, which is checked. It says store the zone in Active Directory. Everyone on this screen, right? Wrong? Maybe? Okay. So first thing is, if you have kept it selected, this means what? Active Directory DNS is embedded with Active Directory, or DNS is, okay, I should not say the word embedded, so I'm taking back. Okay, DNS is integrated with Active Directory. So integration means they are collaborating with each other. There are application partitions created for DNS inside Active Directory application partition area. So we're going to come with, there are partitions of Active Directory as well. There are 4 slices of Active Directory, because I'm hungry, that's why 4 slices. No, I'm not. Okay, so boring crowd, nobody laughed at this bad joke. Oh, okay. So primary zone, secondary zone, and tertiary zone. No, tertiary is like third zone, right? But anyway, zone is where you can configure DNS settings related to that domain name we have created, right? So primary zone, one thing to know is it's a read and write zone. Okay, there's a true or false statement coming here. DNS, okay, I think I did that before, but anyway, let's see who remembers that. So DNS takes care of all the users, groups, and machines, servers, printers, and okay, already there's an answer, but maybe it's right or wrong, so don't say that. At least maybe, I'm just still confusing you if you have the right concept. So DNS takes care of all the servers, computers, client machines, printers, users, groups, and organizational units. Right or wrong? Active Directory takes care of that, but DNS takes care of what? Was that even an option? Yes, name resolution of all the users, groups, servers, machines, and printers, right? Still wrong? You just hurt my feelings now. Okay, that's one first good question. Although some said directly no, but yeah, you need to give a reason. So you're saying how could it, handle users? What else it cannot handle? It's not DNS's job to handle users. Printers also DNS should not handle?
No, because it has an IP address.
Yeah. So whatever has an IP address and name to it, of course, name should be given. It's a Windows environment. Whatever has an IP address and name is handled by DNS. So users, groups are just names. They don't have IP addresses. So DNS always handles only machines. Anything that has IP. Anything. It could be a website as well, intranet site as well. Anything that has an IP, DNS handles that. Is that correct? You're like, yes. Maybe it's no, it's right. Yeah. But anyway, yes is the answer. Exactly, you're right, and you're right, and you're right. Okay, okay, all you're right. So anyway, DNS just handles whatever has IP. Right? Okay, primary zone. Primary zone will contain all the name and IP of all the machines in the network, and it's going to, you can modify these things. So creates a copy of a zone that can be updated directly on this server. Primary zone is the first zone that is created automatically. Forward lookup zone has a primary zone. Reverse lookup zone can have a primary zone. But the thing is that it's the first area where you can configure DNS related settings for that domain. It's read and write, primary zone. Secondary zone is just read only. That's the difference between primary zone and secondary zone. Primary is read and write. Secondary is read only. So you can make changes. Now if I cancel out from here, you guys don't cancel out, keep this machine, the page in front of you. I'm just cancelling out. If I want to show you this in the forward lookup zone in mydomain.local, there are these records, a host records. So what do you see here? Name and an IP. Then for second machine, name and an IP. And it goes on. If you have 10,000 machines, you have a very long list of names and IPs, right? So these are a host records. We can modify them. The only thing about primary zone is that it is a read and write zone, which means you can do all kinds of modifications. In secondary zone, it's read only. You cannot modify anything. So here there's a name and IP. I can right click here and delete it. I can go to properties and change its IP here. So name is there, server 1, host your records, right click properties, and there's IP. I can change that, right? So the only difference between primary and secondary is that primary zone is read only and secondary zone is, hey, you guys are active there. So the team right and the team left. Team left was quiet. Team right, they all spoke. Oh, but you're also right. But you're sitting at the left side. Oh, you're right, my left. But anyway, so team right is like at once no. So yes, that's what I want to see. You're actively listening.
Window, team, door.
Okay, team window, team door. So team window is like active, and team door is actively listening, active still, not passive. Okay, so yes, we can modify, and so primary zone is okay. Now you know that. Anyway, so primary zone. So I'm just gonna go to double click reverse lookup zone, right click.
So we can change the IP address. Change the IP address of
So this is, we're talking about DNS zone. So whatever is inside the DNS window, we can change if it is primary zone, and we can change it to, and we cannot change it if it's a secondary zone. We cannot make any changes in the secondary zone, right? So I'll just go next, primary zone, secondary zone, stub zone. So if any one of you is writing down this as well, which is very good thing, I'm just giving one-liners or half-liners. Primary zone, read and write zone. Secondary zone, read only zone. If you know this and memorize that, and when I ask you say it, while saying you will remember the purpose of that, right? If you don't remember this, you won't know the purpose if you have forgotten that information. So the purpose, the wordings should be such that the purpose is clear. While you say it, you will understand. Oh, read and write. Okay, I can make modifications this way. Read only. Oh, this just read only. The words should tell the purpose, right? So stub zone, stuck zone. No, it's not stuck. Stub.
Zone is the bottom of the tree.
Stop.
Cannot connect to others. Just get from the upper layer.
Okay, so that's the literal meaning of stub you're giving. Exactly, that's good. That you should know at least the literal meaning to know what could be the the meaning for this in IT context, right? So stub zone mainly does not have the full database as the primary zone and secondary zone have. Primary zone has a full database, which means that all the records of all the devices, name and IP, name and IP, name and IP, that's all it keeps, right? Name and IP, that's all. So it has a full database in which it stores all the information. And secondary zone just copies everything which primary zone has, because it's a read-only zone, right? Secondary zone. Stub zone is an intelligent pointer. So if you write this for stub zone, intelligent pointer. But what does that mean? Stub zone will tell you if there's a name resolution request coming to a stub zone, it will tell you, hey, I know which DNS server has the correct information for you. Somebody's looking for a printer 27. So it's not going to resolve right away. It may have certain records available, but it's actually a pointer. Oh, there is on Toronto server, I know there's a DNS server which has the name and IP information of printer 27. Suppose printer 27 was being searched, or anything the user is searching across the forest. Stub zone is, oh, that server has that information. Oh, that server has that information. So intelligently, it's going to know which server has the exact information for the name resolution query. If the user is connecting to another server from another machine just to access the shared folders, the user's request for accessing that server will go to the stub zone. Stub zone will not do the name resolution. It just points to the correct server. Hey, there's the DNS server, there's the DNS server, this is the secondary server that's going to tell you where's the information for that printer. So stub zone intelligently points towards the authoritative DNS server. Yeah.
External DNS environment, what is the purpose of the stub zone?
External DNS?
Not Active Directory. Just the website.
Again, stub zone would have the list of any regional nearest DNS servers which have the authoritative record. Bad guy.
So he says I know, and he points to the wrong DNS.
Yes, this is possible in an external environment. That's why it should be AD integrated when you are putting there. If you put there, you should at least be, keeping an eye on that zone, that if it's, but it's still, changeable. Information can be changeable there. Scenario of external, then Active Directory is used rarely, but it is used, yes.
Who can publish, have a stats on DNS server for the external environment? Who is like?
So why are you even going to external environment? But also it's a scenario. Yeah, it can be possible that you don't have if you uncheck this Active Directory option for any of the zone, maybe it's outside of the Active Directory, this domain, this subzone. So yes, a subzone keeps the information of the regional DNS servers, and if the name resolution comes, it directs that name resolution to the correct server. That's the only thing. It's a pointer, but it keeps an information of all DNS servers either automatically, or you can put those IP addresses there manually as well.
But without getting the registration from some I don't know the authority, can anyone have a like
Subzone has to connect to something.
So
It has to connect to, it will to an independent DNS server or a bind server. Try to connect to any name resolution server which is accessible with the same range. So at least it has to connect to something to point to. It's a pointer. It does not keep its own big database.
So the public DNS servers like the GoDaddy has this stuff also?
It can have, if you just need a pointer to point to the correct database. So if you don't want to install anywhere the full DNS server database, which is also not very big, there's just a name and IP. Wherever you want to point information and not have the full primary or secondary database, you just put DNS stub zone, so it could point to the correct database. So it's normally used in small branches.
It will automatically do that.
Yeah, it will automatically do that. First of all, we have to properly install that. Then if it's part of a domain, it's going to detect all the DNS servers. Other DNS servers, it's going to start replicating.
Excuse me, stuff zone is like to cache it all information,
Yeah.
right? If you have this scenario, we have one small branch
Mhm.
you going, and then we don't want to spend money for the connection, like 2
Yeah, if it's a crappy WAN connection, definitely that's a good scenario.
Subzone, right?
Definitely that's a good scenario. Yeah. Normally it's for small branches where you don't bother to go and put the whole working servers. Maybe subzone does not take much processing in memory as well. You can just put it inside a small client machine as well.
If the primary zone is done, still have the latest.
Yeah, it will have the latest information. Intelligent pointer means that if you had information of a DNS server and it's down, it's not available anymore, it's going to update that information. So yes, that's a good input. You should put that in your notes as well, that if a DNS server is down, it updates that information. So that's why it's called intelligent pointer. It intelligently keeps information, latest information with it. Yep. Yeah, as long as you have the server operating system. But it does not take resources, local hardware resources. That's what maybe you have virtual machine, a small server having Hyper-V. You can put another server, just enable stub zone there. At least name resolution should work in a small environment with no resources used. So primary zone, read and write, or zone where you can do modification. Secondary zone just gets a copy of the primary zone and it's read-only zone. Stub zone is intelligent pointer. It points to the nearest authoritative DNS server. What is the fourth option here? Store the zone in Active Directory. What does that mean? That means that so it is integrated. DNS is integrated with Active Directory. This zone is integrated with Active Directory. So what does that mean? When two domain controllers talk to each other, their updates, or we call it replication, right? When the two domain controllers replicate, their information is always encrypted. So now when DNS is integrated, and if two domain controllers also both have DNS as well, so the DNS updates will also be encrypted. So this means that it's going to be a secure update. DNS information is also hackers are always after DNS information as well. Why?
They want to point to a different.
Yeah, they want to point the traffic to their DNS server, and then the clients, maybe the CEO and directors, they go there and they see this familiar password screen for some web application. They think, oh, this is my company web application where I log in every day, and actually this is a hacker application who simulated exactly like the company. So you just redirected all the traffic. So you need to have DNS security. There are so many DNS hacks going on, so many types of those who attend these classes then go and try to know the vulnerabilities of DNS as well after knowing inside out of DNS. So okay, the ethical hacking is one thing that you should all try, which means you do a penetration testing, attack from, and try to think as a hacker and try to know where are those vulnerabilities in your network, what kind of tools from normal hacking sites you can use against your private network. And if you are able to use those hacking tools, then you know now that your network is having vulnerabilities. Then you trace out, maybe this bug fix I did not install, these Windows updates I did not install. There are some software, intrusion detection systems, IDS software, that you need to install that detects the intrusions or any suspicious movement across your file servers. So there are many software. So as an ethical hacker, you should use those tools in your private network and test that where are those vulnerabilities and how we can remove those. Because if you can do that, anyone else can also do that. If hacking tools are always in all the websites available, you just Google it, and there you go, hundreds and hundreds of tools. Anyway, so Active Directory, DNS is integrated with Active Directory, which means updates are encrypted as well for DNS, right? Okay, so this screen, primary zone, secondary zone, stub zone, and Active Directory integration. If you are taking notes, that's okay, because you need to at least should write that store the zone in Active Directory means that the DNS updates will be encrypted. You should write that down at least. If you check that, if you uncheck that, this means they're not encrypted, right?
But it's not the only thing that is encrypted. There might be more things.
There might be more things.
Yeah, a part of encryption.
Yeah. So main are the updates, DNS updates. Active Directory, anything they share with each other is encrypted. So when DNS is part of the Active Directory, or DNS partitions are created inside Active Directory application partition area, then DNS updates also get encrypted. But if you have an independent DNS which is not integrated with Active Directory, there are other ways to make it secure as well, and there are many ways to make it secure. But when you integrate with Active Directory, that's what Microsoft always recommend, that go with this icon checked when you're installing DNS. So Active Directory security secures the DNS as well.
I told you my experience with my previous company.
Yep.
We have a problem for sending email to the one company which was in Europe.
Okay.
Then the email is through that company.
Okay.
I got the DNS server, the server, that company. I put it in the host file to the window in the server.
Host file. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is which I searched on the internet. Do you think there's another way for if we have this situation?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We sometimes get this problem as well, that DNS is not resolving name for certain web server or exchange server, and you need to really put in the host file for the client that is having problem, for the server that is not able to connect. This is a common practice to do that, definitely. that you put it the host file, so the DNS will always resolve name and connect to that particular server, or name resolution will work for that particular server if you put the information in host file of that particular Exchange server or any other server. Yeah, that's a
What about the
perfect.
DNS manager? We cannot do anything.
Well, there could be any name resolution problem because host files are normally not used unless there is a troubleshooting involved.
Yeah.
And as a last resort of name resolution, host files are used that normal name resolution is not working. Then only we use host files to hard code the name resolution that only ask for name resolution only from that DNS server. So that's good. Cool.
So you used to turn off the firewalls and Windows update. That make any effect on
No. If you turn off the firewall and turn on the Windows updates,
Windows update also. Does
Yeah.
it make any sense that it's going to give some effect on this?
no effect at all. Yeah. So when firewall is on, the only thing is that it adds DNS traffic as an exception
Yeah.
to let the DNS. If it's off, it's working fine. DNS. Okay, next. So let's go from this page, and this is what do you see on the next page? The white area says Active Directory zone replication scope. What area or how many DNS servers you want to tell? Hey, I have a new reverse lookup zone installing. So all DNS servers. So it says first option here. Everyone in the next window? Yes. Thank you for the reply. Oh, to all DNS servers running on domain controllers in this domain. If in this domain we have more than one domain controller or DNS server, or maybe 5 or 6 DNS servers within this domain, then it's going to tell every or update every DNS server that we have a new reverse lookup zone here. Or you want all the DNS servers across the forest. Maybe you have 5 or 10 branches in every city nearby, and all the branches have DNS servers. So across the forest you want to publish this information, or all the DNS must be updated that, oh, we have a new reverse lookup zone coming here, installing here. So you can select that. And then there's that reverse compatibility if you have older servers that have DNS servers. Right now we have just one domain, so we're just going to select to all DNS servers in our domain. When we have a child domain, we can change that option anytime, so other DNS servers could also get updated. For now, let's just keep it selected to the default option, that since we have just one DNS server, so it's not going to update anyone else anyway. So keep the default option, and next. Okay, we are using IPv6, so let's go for IPv6. Okay, that was easy actually. No fun here. I love to give some wrong information where it's complicated as well. It has either this or that, but yes, if we use IPv6, then we need to get rid of v4 everything. Yeah, there's still.
So in that case, we have to do it twice, or
So we can create a separate.
or we can select
Yeah,
what we want.
it's just or. So either we have all v4 or all v6, but there are some transition technologies where they convert v4 and v6 networks as well. But that's gonna get only complicated if we really need for some reason IPv6. So yeah, we keep it v4 and next. By now everyone must have learned subnetting in Cisco class. Oh, okay. Okay, few classes later, but everyone knows what's private IP and public IP and what is APIPA, APIPA, automatic private IP addressing. So you're saying yes? Good. That's good. Okay, next screen. I'm on reverse lookup zone name. Reverse lookup zone translates IP addresses into DNS names. Yeah, we know that. It's asking for the network ID, which is 10.0.0. Now it's a regular game. You got me right away. It's no fun anymore. Okay, I was gonna write 10 anyway. 192, 168, and 0. Why not the client?
This one's subnets.
So it's just asking, hey, what's your network? I'm not interested in any of your client IP. What's your network you're using, right? All right, next. And it says allow only secure dynamic updates. Dynamic means automatic updates. Secure means, what does secure means here? And what does the second option, non-secure and secure, mean? So what do you mean by secure?
Encrypted.
There was another option somebody said. So one is encryption, means secure. The second option is if this computer is already joined to the domain. Active Directory knows this computer and the name resolution request is coming from that computer which is already joined to the domain. So if the computer is joined to the domain, Active Directory knows it. This means Active Directory sees this computer as a secure computer. If the name resolution is coming from a non-Active Directory computer which is not joined to the domain or cannot be joined to the domain. A Unix computer cannot be joined to an Active Directory, Microsoft domain, right? Or a Microsoft or Windows XP, Windows 7, 8, but not joined to the domain could be anybody's computer with any type of hacking software. So secure means here you know that computer, or is it Active Directory has a record of that computer, or non-secure, it is any computer asking for name resolution, right? What does do not allow dynamic updates mean? That's obvious actually. That's not even a question.
To use this dynamic function, do we need to have a dynamic on the DHCP server that dynamic selected?
No. What we have now configuration is already dynamic.
So, like,
You're going for DDNS?
yeah, is it not DDNS?
So we need to configure that. We need to talk about that, but it is already doing dynamic updates. So it is DDNS.
This is DDNS.
Yeah.
But this won't work without on the DHCP server, DDNS.
Yeah. So in DHCP we're gonna install and then we're gonna talk in detail about that too. But you're right. Okay, we're
So this is.
You mentioned that Linux cannot be
well. That doesn't mean if you as a system administrator knows all those Linux machines as well, and name resolutions can come, and even this Linux administrator requests that, hey, there will be so many name resolution requests coming from our side, Linux side, to your Microsoft DNS. So can you allow the second option? So at least we're telling you these are our machines, and you would know from logs the name of the or IPs of the machines from which the this information is name resolution requests are coming from. So can you just put it to that and not just the Microsoft machines that have joined to the domain? So yes, in our environment we have zones that have on second option because we have huge amount of Linux machines there. So non-secure means just that it's non-Microsoft. But if you know it's coming from the known machines that you know at least that it's secure, it's still from our Linux machines, it's okay.
And how will you define that? List of Linux machines?
Manually. It's a manual process. If it's normally Linux and there's a DNS server that is you can create a non-Active Directory integrated DNS server, or you can have DNS server from Linux, and then there is another DNS server that is from third party that we can use. You were saying something? Oh, somebody. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So why do we need to do this? The reverse lookup zone is basically for non-Microsoft. Right?
Yeah.
So why do we
No, this is for Active Directory integrated zones. So it is allow secure dynamic updates and recommended for Active Directory. It's written there. So this means that whatever Active Directory, whichever machines Active Directory knows, just do for that. So I would just go for that if I have just Microsoft network, or I have no collaboration with Linux environment. So this is another level of authentication you're giving, that hey, just go for known computers there. If you have manually added the Linux machines information, manually added, because it never will automatically add that, then those will be also secure, as long as the Linux machines are added there by name and IP. Yeah.
Changes this like accept Linux machine and then we back to the first one.
Yeah, we can change it anytime from this to that. You're saying? So yes, known to Active Directory and unknown, as long as you know that it's the machines are ours, it's okay. Go for non-secure as well. And this discussion will come when we install the WDS as well, Windows Deployment Services, where we're going to deploy an operating system over the network to an empty machine. Then also we're going to start discussing the secure and unsecure again. Okay, next. Summary and finito. Everyone finito? Okay, double click that reverse lookup zone. Whenever we make changes in DNS, always go for the server name on the top. As I'm going, right click and refresh. Everyone did that? Yay. Okay, now reverse lookup zone is configured. Forward lookup zone is configured already. Reverse lookup zone we just configured. Let's go back to NS lookup and check if anything changed there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm going to command prompt. Control C, up arrow, NS lookup, and press enter. Does it show anything other than this? It shows unknown, right?
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so there's only one yes. All others are shy. Still shy. Okay. Yeah, if it is unknown, then we have two commands. One is ipconfig /flush DNS. Second command is ipconfig /register DNS. After that, it's going to show the correct information. So Control C, but before that, anyone ran that command already? So what is flush DNS and register DNS? Flush means remove the information of the DNS. Register means obviously go to the DNS and get that information again. But what is, so where's that information? Flush DNS or remove DNS information from where? From the cache, from the local cache. But we want to see already what information we have. There is another command for that. In the local cache, wherever the DNS information is saved, what information is saved in that? Anyone knows that command? ipconfig /display DNS. Can we run that first? ipconfig /display DNS. Press enter. There is some information showing here. So there is that information about record name, record type, data length, and CNAME record is server 01. So information about my server 01 is there. There is some DNS related information that we are going to discuss in future when we go DNS in depth. And then there's a record of IP here, then server 1 again. LDAP is there. So there's a lot of information that is locally saved and we want it to be refreshed. ipconfig. So this is up arrow. This is the command. Do you see that? Yep, you're saying.
The system decided to consider the cache for transaction and using the DNS because of the considering all of the updates updated manner.
Yeah. So whichever site you access from here, all the name and IP information is saved here. Any name resolution information is saved here. And you can go from display DNS. Oh, this is what we use to access anything.
Because maybe the topology of the network may be changed or anything.
Yeah, so it's going to update that. Mainly it's about what you access yourself, or what the application on your computer accesses, that too. So yes, there is automation as well as manual changes. Okay, display DNS. Now let's run ipconfig / flush DNS. So I remove display DNS and I go for flush DNS, one word, flush DNS. Once I run the flush DNS, then I will go back to display DNS again, and it should be empty. There should be nothing showing there. Okay, flush DNS and press enter. Press enter. Okay, successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. Up arrow, 2 times. Display DNS is again there. I just wanted to know if flush DNS really removed everything in the resolver cache. So enter. Now nothing is showing when I put display DNS. Okay, so far so good. Up arrow again to get the previous command, and display DNS remove again, and register DNS, the second command. So now I'm putting this command, ipconfig / register DNS. So this will again go to the DNS. Hey, check my new information. I have a new reverse lookup zone, and I have all the new information. Just get from me for whatever you want to register there. Oh, my name and IP, of course. Whatever else. What else? So ipconfig / register DNS. Enter. Now when you give NSLOOKUP, yeah, better have the new information. Otherwise, just throw your laptop. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Or format your windows in anger. You should release your frustration somehow. So okay. Yeah, we can right click in DNS and go and reload. GUI option. Yep, reload actually does not flush information. It just refreshes everything. Okay. It's telling DNS to get my new information, new settings, everything new. Register it again. Register me again in the DNS. Okay. Now I'm going to NSLOOKUP. Yep. Yeah. So you can open this with administrator privileges. So see this. Did you pin it to the taskbar? Did you pin it to the taskbar below? Or is it open right now? Okay, if it's still open, right click here and right click here again, and it will show run as administrator. Or when you go and search, right click then and open as run as administrator. You got it? All right, so everyone is showing this. Default server is server1.mydomain.local. Okay.
After running the command register DNS, then we run the
NSLOOKUP again.
Display DNS again. It says could not display the DNS resolver.
Okay, so it's going to start, caching all the information again. Yeah. So yeah, so when you run NSLOOKUP now, it shows you FQDN full, right?
Yes.
Everyone is getting this? Everyone, every 2, every 3? Or just one? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. If everyone done that, let's go for PowerShell. No, you're kidding me. Hey, not from you, man. You're one of the experts here. Although all are experts, but you're experter.
I will format it.
Hey, this team door or team right? I mean,
Team window.
Team window. Oh yeah, sorry, doors here. Yeah. So those who were not able to do it, hey, what step did you miss? I was too slow right today. Huh? Okay, it's time for break anyway. So those who could not do it, no break until you unless you have emergency, that's another thing. But anyway, so take a break for 10 minutes, then we go for PowerShell, and then we now go a little faster than this. Because if our local network we understand how to create, then we're okay with everything else. If you don't trust me, it's still a break, believe me. So you could, Oh, it's V6. So did you uncheck V6? IPv6?
my one is on IPv6.
Yeah, remove
That is why it's
uncheck. No, maybe yes.
It
Uncheck
is
that.
showing the IP version 6 IP, but
No,
it
uncheck
says
that. It's unchecked, the IPv6?
No, I mean it shows the DNS IP as IP version 6
Yeah.
IP.
Oh, no, but in the network card.
No, it is not.
Yeah, uncheck that. And then flush DNS, register DNS, and then
But
try
what
again.
if we have IP version 6? I mean,
Then you should not have v4 then at all. Have everything v6 then. But some applications do use v6. In that case, we can keep it on, and even if it doesn't show, it's okay then.
but normally we keep still, I mean, both because migration.
Yeah, no, when migration really occurs, then we can keep. Otherwise, in our company, we have 80,000 machines.
It's working now.
Oh, okay.
Done.
Only version 4?
Yeah, we're using version 4. Whenever we go version 6, we will go full version 6. Then nothing v4 will be there. So, we don't want to create such problems, you know. When we have every machine working on v4, then why include v6 when we don't need it? So now it's blocking us with this information, right? Proper. So uncheck and check. Try it.
I have two servers, server 1, server 2. Server 2 I created later as a practice, so it's fully updated when this one was the one which I created in last hour. So what's happening now? My forward zone, it doesn't have that information of server 2. So how can I? But they can do ping. Like if I ping from here, so it will
Control C or Control C. Yeah. Okay, go. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're going to go back to the steps which we were writing. So I'm just gonna say done to the first step, and that took like forever. But anyway, we go slow in the start just to make sure every inch of those screens where we are configuring a basic network are covered. We try to do that. So I'm just putting done here on the first one. Second one is create 390 users from PowerShell and rename administrator. So PowerShell, I need to give that script to everyone. If everyone has access to the Google Drive, yes? Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply. So I'm just going to put that, create 300. I think it's already shared, but I'm just gonna put that folder in cohort 6. So I'm just going there. You can also go there and go to the day 3 here, as you can see on the screen. And there's a folder created, how to create 300 users from PowerShell. And you need to go inside and simply only copy this create dash users folder to your, and you need to copy that from the Google Drive and paste it to first your laptop, but copy ultimately and put it in the C drive of your domain controller. So I've put that in the day 3 the script. This is the whole link, a whole URL you're seeing on the screen now. MSI 202 day 3, and you see this, double click that, only copy create dash users, not the whole folder from the how to create, just double click. So copy this create dash users. Let me know if you have copied this to the C drive of your domain controller. Yay. Okay, so I'm copying that, copy and go to my domain controller in the C drive, and I'm going to unlock it, which is an annoying feature. Thank you, Microsoft. And enter. I'm going to the C drive of my domain controller and click paste here, and it's not there. Cool, not cool. Anyway, so I'm just gonna copy it to my local folder, laptop, and then copy there. I'm just gonna copy from my laptop and all the scripts and just create dash users. So create dash, first copy it from the drive to your desktop. laptop, desktop, then copy again from the desktop, then it will paste inside the C drive.
How do you download from? Download the whole folder.
Download the whole folder or copy paste. Right click up, just download. Yeah, download the whole folder.
There is no option.
Oh, there's no.
Because there are few files inside, so you have to download one.
Can you download the folder called create dash users?
No, we can't.
Like when you right click. Oh, let me go to the web interface. Actually, I think you're supposed you can download that. Okay, I'm on the web interface now. Kinda, or going there. One day I'm gonna reach that because I have a couple of billion sites open, and it's taking one light year, second light year, 10 light year, and it's okay. I'm there in that folder. Double click that. Double click MSI Learning. Double click MS202. Day 3, and then this is the folder everyone's seeing, right? When you right click, and don't you see this download? Right click that folder, and everyone's seeing download, right?
No, for me I don't see it.
Even when you go way down. Okay, there's another way. I can just upload it on Dropbox and email it to you from Dropbox, and email the Dropbox link. It's already on Dropbox anyway, so I'll just send you the link on email. You guys could just yeah, download 3 files if you can do that. Share Dropbox link, create users. Okay, I have already not already, but I have sent compose, and nowadays it's cohort 6, PowerShell script, okay guys, it's in your Google group. I've sent the Dropbox link. Download that folder from the Dropbox link. I hope you're able to do that. Dun dun. So you Dropbox link. So everyone has the script in your C drive? Huh? Oh, okay. So Dropbox link is working for everyone. Dropbox.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have this folder right now in C drive. If you have that, oh, I actually don't have. So how to create that? Create dash users, copy. So I need a reply from everyone that yes, we have it, yay. Oh, okay. Nobody has it, right? So I'm waiting on the domain controller in C drive, and it should look like this. Okay, either one day or Monday or Sunday you will have that there. Maybe today. Yeah, we should be hopeful. Be positive. Okay, done everyone? Yep, just copy that create a new folder and just copy all those files in a new folder. Everyone there? Oh, there are a few yeses, which is good enough. So let's go and open PowerShell. There's that icon beside that server manager icon, suitcase, and the tower server. There's this PowerShell icon. Click that. Everyone click that?
Yes.
Okay, don't click that then. Oh. Right click, PowerShell icon, right click, and right click again, and run as administrator. So right click the PowerShell icon, and you see that here. I'm gonna do that again. So if you have clicked the PowerShell icon, yeah, it should be opened with the administrator privileges. So right click the PowerShell icon just like I did, and then right click again will give you the run as administrator. Okay, administrator. Your PowerShell screen should open as administrator, run as administrator. Everyone did that? Yes. Okay, thank you for all your reply. If your screen is open, it should show administrator written on that top area like this.
You give me a different folder, run as administrator, run ISE as administrator.
So run as administrator only. Yep. Okay, once inside, we have to so PowerShell by default blocks running any script. So we need to allow ourselves to run any script. There's a command we need to run, and after that command we will be able to run any other script. So the command is set dash exe and then press tab. It auto completes in PowerShell. Set dash exe. After exe I am pressing tab and it auto completes it to set dash execution policy, which is one command. Set dash execution policy and then space unrestricted. So set dash. So in the PowerShell, if you have opened it with administrator privileges, then go for set dash execution policy unrestricted. Every two there?
What is the difference between PowerShell and normal command?
So command prompt has its DOS style commands, and PowerShell has commandlets, which is totally different from DOS mode, although it supports the normal command prompt. But PowerShell is a scripting language, scripting shell. So where you can create scripts. In command prompt you cannot create scripts, or you need, just like VB script was one of the older scripts with Visual Basic. So PowerShell is a new for administrators to create new scripts to automate. So it's different from command prompt. Okay, everyone wrote that and press enter. If you have opened the PowerShell with administrative privileges, you will not get any error. So if you have written set dash execution policy unrestricted, then press enter and you should see this long message. If you see this long message, then type Y and press enter. So type Y and press enter. So I'm typing Y and pressing enter. And if you get a set of red lines here, this means you did not open PowerShell with administrative privileges.
Suspend this one time. Suspend this one time.
Just yeah. Okay, everyone did that? Yes, no, maybe? All right, let's go ahead. Now where do we want to go? So we are in the path C:\users /administrator. So you must have copied those PowerShell those PowerShell files is somewhere in C, right? We need to go there. So if you had put it just in C root, it would be easier to go there. So in order to go down to the C root or just the C, you put the command cd / and press enter. cd / and press enter, and it should look like now this. Just the C prompt should be showing there, and PS in the start means PowerShell. PS in the start means PowerShell. PowerShell C prompt without. Now we are no longer in these folders at this path. We are just in C drive, right? So type dir and press enter to see the contents of what's in the C root drive, right? So dir enter, and it shows me all the content in the C drive, but it also shows me that create -users folder where I want to go now, which has the 3 files I want to access, which has the PowerShell script. Everyone there? So I just put dir here, dir, and press enter. Let me know if you've missed something. Let me know. dir, press enter, and then create dash users is the folder I want to go. Maybe you created a folder with another name having those 3 files, then go to that folder, right? How to go to that folder? Oh, everyone knows that. Why am I waiting? Okay, so yeah, in C drive, that create dash users folder in my C drive. So it's showing right away in the C root, in the C drive, right? So I'm going to simply type the command cd and the name of this folder. Okay, so cd, it also auto completes. That's the good thing about, okay, cd, I want to go inside the folder called create dash users. So I'm just going to type CRE and then press tab to auto complete that. So it is create dash users, cd and create dash users. If I press enter, now I'm inside the create dash users folder. Everyone there? No? Okay, once you're inside create dash users folder, then again type dir. Am I going too fast or just very, very fast? If it's only very, very fast, it's okay. No, it's not okay. dir, I'm inside the folder called create dash users, and these are the 3 files I'm looking for. Everyone sees these 3 files. One is .ps1, the other 2 are .csv. Everyone is seeing that, right? Alright, so .ps1 means what? It's a PowerShell file. It's a PowerShell script. Anything ending with .ps1 is a PowerShell script. So we just need to launch this guy, create lab users.ps1. But it's going to ask, okay, I'm going to create all those users for you in Active Directory, but where are the names of those users? What is the password you want to give? So this CSV file called lab users has all those 390 names. It just has first name, last name, and the password and the organizational unit name where it's going to create that. So create lab users has a script that will catch all those names and create a user account. Now if we were supposed to create those user accounts manually, how much time it will take? 400 accounts. It will take us nearly all day or 4 or 5 hours. But we're gonna create those 400 accounts. If we have that file already there, CSV, we're gonna create those accounts in few minutes, or not few seconds actually. So create lab users, everyone there? Yes. So I'm just going to start typing the first 3 letters, CREA, and autocomplete that too. Let's be lazy about that. Let's not write the whole thing. CRE and press tab to autocomplete. Now it looks like this. So create labs.ps1, press enter. It's going to ask, hey, where is that lab users file? Once it gets that file, or when we give the path, then it's going to read from that file and create all those names in the Active Directory as a user account. So I'm going to go here and press enter. Now the window pops up asking, hey, where is that folder in which the CSV file is present? So I already am in the C drive in the folder, and I see that create dash users in the C drive. So I double click that, and there you go, the lab users.csv file is there. Everyone there? Double click.
I have a message. Run only script that I say run.
Oh, did you run that? Yeah, actually, yeah, if you have the R option, run, go for that. So double click that lab users and you should be seeing this. All users are being created right now, and those names are actually inside the CSV file.
Microsoft is, do they have templates?
Yeah.
Do they?
Lots of them, lots.
I mean, not third party, Microsoft.
TechNet. On the TechNet you have.
TechNet also like.
Actually, you're right. Those are also, they say, hey, we are not responsible for that and that. So that's why just download them and test in your environment. And you should know PowerShell. We should know PowerShell. enough to at least run modification.
Basic task, like everyone should do.
Yeah, yeah.
So everyone has to do their own part of the script. Is there a, like,
It is tested. As long as you test and you have you're comfortable with that, go ahead with that.
is there a, like a tool or like let's say I have the code, so I create one user account, so it makes the
Copy of that from GUI,
That can, I mean, is there a way to do that?
from graphical interface.
So I do it once, that can it makes a GUI script. Like when we install the Active Directory, it gives us the PowerShell script at the end.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think we need to try that, because if there's a PowerShell icon at the bottom left is appearing on anything that, yeah, so there will be a script if that icon appears. Otherwise, yeah. Okay, guys, everyone done that? Okay, what's the proof that they are created? Where do we go and check that? Yeah, what happened?
Burning?
Oh, using computers, exactly. Yeah. What happened? Oh, okay, sure.
This is for saving the file, but I save the file in the I create the virtual machine the D drive on my computer.
Okay.
But how to copy the file which I can see in the C drive.
Where's the file? Where's the file you downloaded?
Here. C drive 3.
Right click. Copy. Go to the C drive of your domain controller, wherever that is.
Oh,
C drive. Right click. Paste.
okay, I saw that I'm not allowed to do
That's
that.
it. Okay, guys, what's the proof that all 390 users are there? So I'm gonna go to the Active Directory users and computers. Where is that? So I'm gonna go to my best friend called Server Manager, and then I go where? Tools, and then I go to Active Directory users and computers. Are you sure? There's another OU called Exchange OU. You know what? It's a script from some Exchange guy. When I was teaching Exchange, I got the script from there and I created script, and through all my Exchange class, and then since then I'm using this script. It's been very long. Okay, anyway, so Active Directory users and computers, mydomain.local here, and there it is, Exchange users. When you click that, all those 390 accounts are there, and the password, if you want to use that, the password is capital P password 1, and there is no $, there is no O instead of 0 instead of O. It's a simple password 1. Just capital P is the difference. Otherwise, everything else is normal. Anyway, if you want to use this, and we're going to use it in future. So this created, I'm going to go back and check mark this. So number 2 task is done, which is PowerShell. Oh, that is. So I would just, if I see the script, I would just go for TechNet and search for user scripts, how to create PowerShell script for user. There will be hundreds of options. I will go one by one. Whichever has the most option, I will download and then modify and check in my home environment a million times. Then I'll go to office and try that. Cool. See? But yeah, that's the only way. You want to modify this? You need to be good in PowerShell. Not very good, just good. That's all. But yeah, there are so many already created. If you know the objectives, I want to do this. PowerShell scripts are already there with everything you can imagine. You just need to search it and test it. That's all, and modify. Okay, third task is copy, rename administrator account. So that's going to be easy, but be careful, guys. In last cohort, this happened to one student. No, nothing bad happened. But anyway, the student, so we need to rename, we need to copy another account with administrator privileges, and then we are supposed to disable this administrator. So what he did was he copied the account with administrator privileges and put some password there, and he didn't know that was password he's gonna forget in near future. So he created that account, put the password to the new account, and then disabled as well right in that session and log off. I think he was in a real hurry, so logged off and then tried to log in from the new account whose password he forgot because he was in a hurry, and he disabled the administrator account as well. Wow, I'm logged now, yay! So I said good luck, create the whole environment again, thank you very much. Anything else? So do not disable without checking the second account. So follow me, folks. Okay, so this is easy task. Let's go to domain controller and okay, my domain.local. Everyone on users folder. Yes, no, maybe? Okay, do you see the administrator account, the king of the jungle? Everyone sees the administrator account in Active Directory using computers? Yes? Right click that account and click copy. If I'm going fast, let me know. Okay, you hurt my feelings now. Okay, anyway, so right click administrator account, right, and copy, select copy. Everyone there? If you do that, it just pops up with fill up all the information. In the video, I think I created admin 1, right? In the video. So admin 1 here as well. Let's follow that video. Admin 1 is the first name. Last full name is also admin 1. Logon name is of course also admin 1. But in actual environment, physical, the production environment, you should come up with something. Admin 1 also just gives us the idea, or hacker the idea. Hey, this is also the admin account. So can you hack me, please? So let's not give exactly this type of names in a production environment, right? Admin 1 next, and the password, the class password, the password you give everywhere, just give that password. User must change password and next logon. No way. User cannot change password. No way. Password never expires. Yay. Okay, password never expires. We want to be having all the powers. And account disable. Okay, no, just kidding. Okay, so just password never expires. Check that. Put your password. This will be our admin 1 from now on. The administrator account, the king of the jungle, has been renamed. Yep.
Password should be easy one for the
So we are no, it is password complexity rule by default enabled. So you should put that capital P and A and $, and because there are dollars there, come on, yeah, dollars. So $, W0RD. Next. So I just put the password, class password, next, and finish. Now we should not disable the administrator account now, right? Just now. So let's not be in a hurry. So, or what happens. So I'm just going to sign out from administrator and sign in from admin 1, and then come back to Active Directory on computers and disable administrator from admin 1 when I log in, right? So right now we are logged in from which account? Administrator account. So let's sign out from, and it shows here administrator account. We are signed in from administrator account. So click that and there's your sign out. And then once you sign out, you sign in from admin 1. So we need to go to other user, right? Other user, and then now we put the name admin 1 and put the password, which whatever you put there, be sure to put the class password and log in. Okay, it logs in. Now we can go to Active Directories on computers and disable, don't delete, disable active administrator account. So I'm logged in from admin 1. How do I know that? If I go to this window here and way up there it's admin1. Okay, confirmed. Oops. So now again, tools, Active Directory and computers, and mydomain.local, users folder, and there you go, Mr. Administrator, you're out of service. You did your job. And today, okay, anyway, disable account. Apart from all the sympathy, disable your account. Actually, the account is also renamed in production environment. So administrator account is there and it's disabled, but hacker would know, hey, this is the administrator account that's disabled. So if you're a genius hacker, you might somehow get the privileges to enable that, right? So at least this account name should also be renamed. Okay, let's do that now. Can we do that? Right click, since it's already disabled, right? Everyone disabled it? Rename. Right click, disable. Now rename. Administrator, not admin1, administrator, right? So rename it to something very, hacker should never get to know about that. So I am not administrator. So this way the hacker administrator all hackers come this way. Or I'm not administrator account, so go away. Okay, let's be polite about that, please. So we should request, please go away. Oh, it's very long name, sorry. No, we should also have that user logon name. So user logon name would be I am not. Okay, press OK. So yeah, let's be creative about that. So I am not administrator account, so go away, please.
It's still obvious because it's built-in account. So if you say built-in account.
Well, hackers would know that we have renamed. Once we have 7 or 8 accounts here, then hacker would go one by one. Or if the hacker has a good script, it would tell which has the privileges, most privileges. And this account is still a member of enterprise admin group and domain admin group. So group membership, hacker would know always as well. So there are many ways to know. Even if we have really distracted the hacker by writing this one, just go away. I'm not administrator.
So why didn't we rename to admin1 and use it?
Rename to admin1.
Why do we need to create the admin1 account?
Now admin1 should also be renamed to something, that hacker should not
Simply rename
rename the direct. So we still need to get, this is our backdoor. If we are stuck with admin1 for some reason, at least there's always a third account as well, which is also some, having just the domain admin privileges, which opens this account. So yes, we can totally, rename it or rename just this account, but this is also our backdoor to last resort. Okay, we still have administrator account. Let's enable that and do this task. So there are many reasons. Some companies security says something else, some say something else. So okay, this task done, admin1 we are logged in from, so we can say safely done. Number 4, this is the last one for today. Yeah. Yeah. So for that, yeah, exactly. Cool. Okay. How to create a replica? The mucho importante task. Very important, right? Mucho importante. Yeah, we should say like in style. Okay. So create a replica DC with second AD integrated DNS and second global catalog server, which means what? Additional domain controller or a helper for the current domain controller. Domain controller is doing 5 major tasks. Task number 1 is authentication. Active Directory is doing 3 tasks. DNS is doing 1 task. Global catalog is doing 2 tasks. Okay, 7. Sorry. So yeah, there are more. 7 tasks total. So Active Directory, authentication, authorization, auditing, DNS, name resolution, global catalog. Okay, again you forgot. Forest wide search and log on help. Oh, log on. So yeah, these are the main 7 tasks. So nobody remembers, or maybe you're too shy. But next time you should scream. So at least you should have, you know, these 7 tasks written somewhere in your notes neatly, or put it on here on the wall or somewhere. Anyway, so now we go to our second domain controller and promote that domain. Now we go to our second domain controller. Okay. You know, sometimes I really do make mistake. When then I try to show it. Hey, I was just testing you. Come on, I knew that. Oh, okay. I'm brutally honest. On the second domain controller, are you on this screen? Hey, it's a member server, not a domain controller. Okay. So on your second member server, the only member server. So there are 3 types: standalone, member server, domain controller. Standalone is that's not joined to the domain, it's just installed Windows server. Member server is that is joined to the domain. And domain controller that has Active Directory. A member server that has Active Directory, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay, this time I was actually saying right thing. So yeah, it has been promoted domain controller, so it's no longer a member server. You're right. Right? No? Huh? Okay. What is it then? Okay. Yeah. So server 2, we never log in from server 2 if it's written server 2. Why? It will log in local to this server only. So you will not have any domain facilities. So we need to change this to domain / the name. Okay. Other user. So we go to other user. I'm on the second server now. Other user, now it's not an administrator account, it's admin 1. So we do not need to write the domain / administrator. You know the reason why? It's disabled. The reason is that, okay, if I start typing, see this? Notice that there's my domain written here, right? Now I start writing administrator. Although it's disabled, I know, it's gonna change to server 2. Why? The local server already has an account called administrator. Now it's thinking, oh, you mean the local administrator? Then so that if we were using administrator account, we would have mentioned specifically, no, my domain administrator. Then it changes back to my domain here. Now we don't have administrator account, and if we type admin 1, there is no such account called admin 1 locally present in this server. There is administrator account always present in all Windows machine. Administrator account, either client or servers. There's a local administrator account always. Admin 1 is not present, so it did not change it to server 2, right? So we don't have to type my domain / admin 1 because it's not locally present as well in this server. So admin 1 everyone. Oh wow, it rhymes. The admin 1 everyone, and the password. Let's go in. Everyone in? Oh, already. Cool. All right. The only step we need to do is, this is a member server, and we need to promote it to a domain controller. What do we do first? We install the binaries of Active Directory, binary files, the files that's going to help us install Active Directory. So those files are where? So this, everyone's logged into the member server, right? Add roles and features. Let's go there. Add roles and features. We are going to install Active Directory again, but this will be helper domain controller or replica DC or additional domain controller. All 3 you can use, but helper is just to explain. Main terms are additional domain controller or replica DC. So it's going to help with those 7 tasks. Add roles and features, click, and we all see this welcome screen. Everyone sees that? Okay. Okay, I cannot go down now. Oh, not K. That sucks. Okay, I can say now. Next. So if you see the welcome screen, first three screens are just blah blah blah. Yeah. The sign method you're trying to use isn't allowed. Yeah, click it. Admin 1. Well, you created the admin 1, right?
Yeah.
You're logging in for server 1 or server 2?
Server 1.
Server 2. You have to,
No,
server 1 is already a domain controller, right?
Domain controller, but I couldn't log in the admin one in the server.
Why?
I don't know.
But it's not. It doesn't say that it's a wrong password. Yeah, you can try that. Hey, did you disable already administrator?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I was explaining this scenario exactly. The sign-in method you're trying to use is it? So log in from administrator again, and restart this computer, and then log in from admin 1 again.
Okay.
I'm having another problem. When I click over this, I don't get another user.
Oh, it's not joined to the domain.
Yeah.
You have to join this to the domain first. Okay, so first three screens, this one before you begin, and the role-based or feature-based. Yes, it's a role-based and feature-based installation. And next, yes, this is server 2. Okay, everyone on this screen? Yes. Okay, thank you for your answer. Active Directory Domain Services, second one. Click that. The pop-up will open. Add features. And so we just need to select the second one and click next. Nothing on the features. Nothing to change here on the features. Just the roles back here. That's it. Click Active Directory Domain Services. Next. 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 If it wants a restart, then it will restart. Otherwise, it will not restart. Press yes. Install. Yay. So these are the binary files that will help us install Active Directory.
Like administrator account to disable, it won't, and if it will be log off from the, so I am already logged in as the administrator in the server 2. Till I log off, it won't have.
Yeah. If you're logged in already and then you disable it, then until you log off, it's not.
Even if it's locked, it allows me to log in. Because I.
Yeah, exactly. You have to unlock that. Unless you log off, it's still the same. Okay, I'm done. Everyone done? Okay, all the SSD guys, are you done?
HDD guys.
So SSD guys can actually yawn like this. Ugh. Well, I'm waiting for all you guys, you know. This is an encouragement. Please upgrade your SSD.
What's the next choice in this?
Oh,
screen?
features, nothing.
Because then,
Oh, you know what? Okay, go back. Previous.
Yeah.
Click previous. No, you have to check the box. Oh, okay. And add features. No. Yeah, add features. And next. Yeah, just keep going next now. Okay. All right, everyone done? All right. So let's click close, and everyone sees this yellow triangle. Everyone sees this yellow triangle. Okay, what does it say? Promote this server to a domain controller. Does it say this for everyone? Promote this server to a domain controller? Alright, am I going fast? Oh, man, it's halfway there with the installation. It's done? Okay, your partner is done, man. So whatever he's doing, you can follow up that. Okay. So promote this server to a domain controller. Click. Now, there are three options, but it already detected that there's already a domain controller. There's already a domain, mydomain.local, and already there's a root DC there. So it already detects that. Now, we need to just install Active Directory, right? Everyone on this window? No? Oh, okay. Okay, Cool. Cool. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. Let's install the replica DC. So add a new forest. That was no fun. God, man, what's wrong with you guys? Actually, what's right with you guys? Okay. Anyway, so guys, I really need to have this full screen. I had enough of this. Okay, the guys in the back, are you able to see this? Really? Really? So if you're on this screen, you can see your screen instead of this screen, because that magnifying glass is like getting on my nerves. Oh, if I can make it smaller, you're still able to see these options, right? Oh, okay. Now it's easier for me now. Okay, so add a domain controller to an existing domain. Yes, we need another replica DC, an additional DC, or a helper DC for the first domain controller. So 7 major tasks are being done by first domain controller: authentication, authorization, auditing, name resolution, and then global catalog tasks are forest-wide search and log on. So all these tasks this guy will also do. So there will be load sharing between the two. If there are 10,000 users, the traffic will be shared between the two domain controllers for authentication, authorization, name resolution, and all the other shun, right?
If we select the second option, what will be the domain? What will be?
Oh, that's what we're going to do. I mean, if you select the second option, either you can create a child domain, which means that if I just put here Toronto, Toronto, so Toronto.mydomain.local, right? Or if you want to create another tree, you can go for tree domain, and then you can put here totally different name like Toyota.com. But we're gonna do that later. Right now we are adding a helper to our root DC, right? So let's go ahead and exactly do that. What's wrong with all the options are hidden? God, man. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to see that, but anyway, you're right. Let's press enter.
Now,
To who?
Now it is getting affected. The administrator.
Oh. See. So you're stubborn. No, I'm gonna I disabled it, but I'm still gonna use it. But anyway, you checked it. That's good. Also. Okay, domain name. Yes, we want another second DNS server as well. This is already a second domain controller. Yes, another DNS server to share the load of name resolution. Global catalog server. Yes, we need another global catalog server to do the AAA authentication, authorization, and auditing. So we're no, I gave away that I'm saying it wrong, right? I should have stayed serious, and you would have all said yes, okay. No, global catalog does not do AAA. Come on. So, but I should not have laughed so soon. Yeah, I just gave it away. Like I'm playing. Okay, anyway, global catalog, forest-wide search, log on. Okay, RODC. Now, in the first domain controller, we had that option grayed out, right? Now we can make it, if we want it, we can select this option and make it a read-only domain controller. But we are making it a additional domain controller or replica DC, which will help our root DC, which means it has to be writable as well in order to properly help, right? So DSRM was directory services restore mode, which is used for what? Yes, you're right. No, you're also right. Yeah, thank you. Okay, all the answers are good. Can anyone answer, please? Hey, nobody knows what's restore mode. Huh?
When you need to
Yeah, so we restart the domain controller. Then if we press F8, this option comes, directory service restore mode, and whenever we want to restore from our backups anything that we deleted accidentally. So let's put the restore mode password there and press enter because I cannot see the next because of that nice magnifying glass I have up there. So okay, this option yellow one, anyone remembers what was the option? That's a good answer. Good. Oh yeah, please, what's the answer actually?
There was no DNS server the first time.
So it's looking for a DNS server. Since there is no DNS server, so we're gonna ignore this yellow warning. It's looking for a locally installed DNS server, which is not there because we are just in the process of installing it. So press enter. Next. Okay, this is a screen that comes when you install additional domain controllers, but it does not come on the root DC. And the option is you want to update this Active Directory from which domain controller. If there were 10 domain controllers, the drop down list would be there and you would choose the best domain controller there, right? Whichever you think is updated, although all domain controllers are updated. If you select any domain controller, it's okay. If you select drop down and particularly that's the only one we have, right? So any domain controller is okay, but what is this install from media?
You have a backup, you
From DVD, from USB. So the scenario is if there's a remote branch and you have to send, so you send there a physical server and you need to install Active Directory and once you install Active Directory, it's done. No, once you start Active Directory installation, during the installation it needs all the updates from the root Active Directory, but it's a branch that is in remote location, so the WAN connection is crappy and it is not reliable at all. And if you install this from this option, which means that use the network to update your Active Directory, and if the WAN connection is not good, so there's a danger of that all the data will be dropped and this Active Directory, this domain controller will not have full information of Active Directory from the root DC. So in case if their WAN connection is not reliable, you can save all the Active Directory information in a DVD or a USB drive and then take it with that domain controller to that remote branch. You should choose this option if you do not want this domain controller to get its initial updates of Active Directory from WAN connection. If you don't want to use WAN connection, then choose this option, install from media. Because if it's an old company, this means it's already huge. Active Directory is huge, so the updates are huge. You don't want those updates to be traveling over the WAN connection, which is not reliable. So you'll just give the path of that USB or DVD, and then it's going to install everything from that DVD and update all the updates from that Active Directory. So this is install from media, just means that you don't want to use the network connection or the WAN connection. Then you can just put everything in DVD. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a PowerShell command for that, and we have this lab coming, so we're gonna create that and then we're gonna install it in another DVD. But there is a fixed PowerShell command. Okay, so enter. Syswall is used for what?
for the database.
Not K. Database? Yeah, this is database. This is log files. Yeah. Group policy, as you said, and syswall is used for, and it's a central repository and distribution point of all the group policies and scripts. Please memorize this. It's a central distribution point. Hey, I wrote that down there that day. But anyway, okay, I'll write that down again. Where's that very nice site called notepad.cc? Yeah. Exactly. Okay, notepad.sys, syswall. I'm writing there on notepad.sys. Oh, cc. It is a central repository and distribution point of all the group policies and scripts. Okay, syswall, don't forget that. Mucho importante. Yeah. Yeah. So in the last screen where it was any domain controller. Yeah. No, you can just select anyone because there's only one domain controller we have. So any domain controller is also okay. So okay, syswall we remember now, right? Okay, press enter. This is the final, this is a summary. What is the purpose of this view script? To yeah.
If you want domain, remote your
You're deploying DNS unattended.
DNS?
No, Active Directory unattended.
Unattended. Perfect. Okay, you guys are also okay. Yeah. So if this view script will open, if you open, all your answers are saved and a script has been created. You just need to run this script on another domain controller or another member server, not domain controller, member server, and it's going to install that while you don't have to attend that. So this means it can support unattended installation of additional domain controller or replica DC. Okay, are we ready? Yeah. Okay, thank you for the reply. Oh. Yeah.
So this script will also automatically copy the user files or no?
No. It's just deployment of Active Directory. As soon as Active Directory is installed, it will update everything from the other Active Directory.
So
Automatic.
So whatever this wizard is, this wizard, all of this, you can just copy the script and
Yeah.
notepad
And run it on another member
on
server.
another DC and just run it on PowerShell.
On another member server, not DC.
Another
Yeah.
member shell, run it on PowerShell.
And run it on PowerShell. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. It will run in PowerShell. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You cannot run this script just by copy pasting in PowerShell. You have to put it inside a notepad and then rename, save as, and then rename that. Actually, convert the extension of .txt to .ps1. The extension has to be .ps1 for it to run. So you cannot copy paste the whole thing. You have to put it in notepad, convert that to .ps1, then run that script just like I ran that today's script. It was just one line, right? .ps1. So make it a file and then run that file name. Okay, we need to ignore these errors, as these are just first is saying that if you have a very old domain controller called NT, it's not going to communicate with your 2012 server because it does not support encryption between domain controllers. So we ignore, we don't have an NT domain controller. Second thing is still that delegation. Hey, where's your DNS? And we are telling, hey, would you give me a break? Let me just install it first. Anyway, so yeah, after you just fight with these two errors, okay, that does it. Where is that next? Okay, install. Thank God I saw that install. Anyway, back to magnifying glass. Yeah. Minimize what? Yeah, I was trying that. I did try that before this thing. Okay. And I tried all that. No, then it expands and it's so stubborn. Then next is still hidden. Anyway, it's going to go for automatic restart. Then we need to just see what is the proof that we have two domain controllers now. Where do we go and check that? Yeah, but where do we go exactly? We Active Directory users and computers, but the fold. Yes, the folder, yellow folder is called domain controllers folder. Inside there we should see two machine names, which means only domain controllers can be shown here. So it's restarting for me, and I can go to the domain domain controller, first domain controller, because this is the second domain controller now. I need to have a proof that we have two domain controllers. So on the first server, already Active Directory's users and computer is open, and we all see that there is a yellow folder called domain controllers in Active Directory users and computers on the first domain controller. First I need to unlock that.
So we cannot stop this feature of doing again.
No, that, I mean, like, there should be some solution. I did not Google it. So do you see on your first server domain controllers, and it should look like this now. Domain controllers must have two servers showing, because the second one also has Active Directory, right? And everyone sees that? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, so this means that it is the domain controller, and we have two domain controllers. Second thing is, since we installed after so much effort and after so much discussion, so we need to really, relax. And now let's uninstall that domain controller. Yay! Oh, okay. What? We need to learn how to uninstall as well, right? Now we know how to install. We need to uninstall as well. So yeah, when we are uninstalling, after installation, it's like, no, this is my buddy now. I don't want to uninstall that. So I'm going to go to the second server for the record of the video and log in again and say, hey, you have done your job so well, and you've been working for us for so long time, like for last half a minute at least. So that's too long, man. So why don't I just get rid of you now? So since we have very less time, so let's go for add roles and features. It's a 2-minute task. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, those. Okay, so we don't get to uninstall that today. You saved him, man. You have some friendship with this domain controller or something. So there's this task number 4, which is AD integrated is done. Oh, check if replication is working by creating new objects. Guys, okay, let's not uninstall it. How do we check that both are talking every second?
We add a user from the second domain and check the first domain should be there.
Already there. So I'm on the second domain controller. Tools, Active Directory user and computers is also there in the second domain controller. Everything you see in first domain controller is in second as well. So I'm opening the Active Directory user and computers in second domain controller and expanding the mydomain.local, going to the users folder. First of all, admin1 was the change we made in the first domain controller, so it's there. Good. Now I'm creating a new object. So right click the users account, users folder, click new and go to user. We know how to create a user now, right? Every two. So right click users, new, and again go to user, and then I'm just gonna quickly create user 01, logon name as user 01 as well. So full name user 01 and logon name user 01. Everyone following? Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, ABC. Oh, sorry. The class password. And user must change password and next logon. Uncheck that. That's it. So I put the password there. Huh? It's up to you. But yeah, it should not be a habit, because in production environment, if we put that, every user will have this, and it's just for administrator we did that. Uncheck that. That's it. Next. If you put the password, click finish. Guys, we have just created user 1 here. Let's quickly go to server 1 to the same place and check if the user 1 has been replicated there or not. Okay, let's go there. I'm on server 1 now. I'm opening tools. I'm opening Active Directory and computers. And expand users and computers in server 1. Go to users. And it's there. Before we arrived, it's there. So domain controllers talk to each other within one site every 45 seconds. This was like 2-3 seconds actually. But domain controllers talk to each other within one site every 45 seconds. And domain controllers talk to each other between sites every 180 minutes. That's the default setting, and we can change it.
180 minutes.
Every 180 minutes, domain controller. This is information that you should write. Anyway, so I'll write it on there on that newly discovered site called. So domain controllers replicate to each other within one site every 45 seconds and between sites every 180 minutes. You should memorize this one as well. They talk to each other within one site every 45 seconds. I've put it on notepad.cc, so please copy from there, check from there these notes and create your own notes, and then turn those notes into nicely created in Word, Microsoft Word file, right? But domain controllers talk to each other within site 45 seconds, inter-site 180 minutes. All right, so this is our fifth one. Yeah.
Create the user, but it doesn't show here the server one. Show here.
Refresh. Right click the mydomain.local and right click refresh.
I created here.
Yeah, mydomain local here. Go there. Right, mydomain.local domain name. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, this one. Right click. Right click. No.
Right click.
Yeah. Refresh. Now go to server 1. Okay, this last thing. Okay, we checked ADUC as well. Uninstall Replica DC. Okay, we checked that. Sites and services we're gonna check later. So I'm skipping step 5. Can we go ahead with Replica DC? Uninstall. Okay, it's a video anyway, and it's gonna take 3 minutes. So I'm on second domain controller. Yeah, I'm posting this video anyway. So I am going to server 2, closing user computers. I just want to uninstall now. So add roles and features in server 2. Hey, do not start this procedure on server 1. That will be so much fun actually. But do not start that, please. It's on server 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Refresh. Right click the in Active Union computers, go to mydomain.local, right click and refresh. Refresh on both sides. Really? Hey, everyone got the user? No one? Actually, no one got it. Thank God, one got it. Hey, 3 guy got it. It's enough. Thank you very much. What? You did not get it?
Yeah.
Okay. They're not talking to each other. This means.
I couldn't enter with admin 1 in the server 1.
Okay, try that.
The database server, database security, I got this.
That's it. Oh. Security database for the server does not have a computer. Oh man, so you have to disjoin it from domain and join it again. The server 2 to server 1.
Oh,
for some reason it lost server 1 lost information about this server. So you have to just join and join again. So log in from local administrator and then log off from admin 1.
From the 1 or 2?
Yeah, on server 2.
Server 2. Log off, okay.
Now go for administrator account only.
Administrator locally.
Yeah, local administrator. So it will show here server 2 when you type administrator. And then log in and just join from domain and join it. Oh, it's already showing. So whatever the password you gave, just log in and make it a member of work group, and then you need to
Okay.
Local server.
Make again the
local server.
Make again the my domain local.
My domain.local click. Change. Make it a part of work group, and then restart.
And
write anything here, ABC, and more.
Okay. And again, come back to the.
Come back, restart, and join it to the domain. That's all.
Thank you.
Okay.
How will we know which one is the primary and secondary? Can we check something?
FSMO roles. From FSMO roles we can. So guys, there's a good question here. How do we know which out of the 2 domain controllers, which one is the main or root DC? So root DC has the 5 roles called FSMO roles, FSMO roles, and always the first DC always has those roles, FSMO. There's a full lab coming for FSMO roles, but main thing to know is that first DC always have the 5 roles called FSMO or FSMO. So that's just to know information. So for the record of the video, I'm just going to add roles and features here, and I'm going to not go there. I'm going to go to the manage. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we are removing this. So let's go to manage and remove roles and features. So I'm going to click, okay, guys, you don't have to follow this. You will get the video anyway, right? Or if you are fast enough, good luck. So okay, and I'm sick and tired of this magnifying glass, so finally I can breathe now. So next, and first 3 screens. Okay, now I went from manage and remove. So remove options are there. Remove server roles, right? So uncheck, I'm only unchecking this role. Active Directory, second one. Remove features, yes, remove features. Okay, this error comes, which is okay. If this error comes, do not scream and jump out of this window, breaking this window. You can go scream and go from the door as well. No, just kidding. Okay, so demote this domain controller. Yes, now we need that link to demote this domain controller. Click, and now we are on the right path. Force the removal of this domain controller. This is the last resort. If nothing happens, as it's supposed to happen, if normally we cannot remove it, then as a last resort we use this. Right now we do not force the removal of this domain controller, right? So next option is here. Next, proceed with removal. Without this checking, we cannot go ahead. So yes, proceed. It just says there, hey, there's a DNS role and there's a global catalog role here. These roles will be affected. We say yeah, whatever. So next. And this is the password that's going to be used when we again restart with just member server privileges, and it's no longer going to be a domain controller. Next. Yeah, admin 1. And demote. Yay. So what will be the proof that it's no longer a domain controller? On server 1, I will go to the domain controllers folder again, and it should be removed when it restarts, right? But it should be in the computers folder. Which servers, which types of machines are in the computer folder? Either all the client machines or all the member servers. They all are found in computers folder. Only machines with Active Directory installed will be found in domain controllers folder. So we are removing this. So ultimately this will show up here, because it does not have, no longer have Active Directory installed, right? So, sorry? Oh, yeah. So this, Uh, oh yeah, this thingy. Okay. Ah. Okay, there. Okay, so if you have domain controllers, this means it's still a Active Directory. If it's in the computers folder, this means it's no longer have Active Directory. It's either a client or a member server. So it's whenever today, tomorrow, or the day after, oh, it's restarting already. So it's going to restart and it's going to start showing in the computers folder whenever it gets an update. If I right click the domain, my domain local, and refresh that and go back to the computers, okay, it's already there. So Active Directory is removed and it should be no longer here in domain address, right? So it's not there anymore. Server 2 is now again demoted to a poor guy called server 2 member server. It's no longer authenticating. Okay, let's go home. Yeah. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that's it. Thank you.
Which password you reset?
Stop.